just like y'all said, they teach you to get a job. They don't tell you what to do with the money. They say put it in the bank or something like that, which we all know isn't very helpful for you.
Right.
Learning how to make your money work for you is obviously much more beneficial for you, both in the short and the long run.
Welcome back to The Real Grind, guys. No matter where you're watching or listening this to Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, or YouTube, man, I got tons of people and tons of feedback that sometimes they're driving and they're listening. Some people are just, chilling at home and watching The Real Grind. And we're super excited. If you're already watching, following us this far, go ahead and hit the like button, and we really appreciate you. What's up, Italo? Well, Italo? What up, bro? Let's go. Let's get started, dude. What are you doing?
I was just chilling, man. I had nothing else to do. That's
what
is
that? Is that a video game? You playing video games, dude? Are you kidding me?
That's what we do. Like when you don't have anything to do, what else do you do? I play video games.
Okay, man. You already blew me off. Okay, let's just get the show started.
My name is Ariana Lima, and welcome to The Real Grind.
Waking up to success, now we're getting it started. This is the real grind. Everything you've been wanting, building an empire, no question. Talking about real estate, investing, making the millions, no stopping. While we sip on gourmet coffee, the real grind. This is the real grind. Let's go.
So Italo, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm a fan of video games too. I love it.
I'm gonna put it aside for now.
Okay, but Italo, those next guests that we're gonna bring on the show today, they're not all about video games, man.
And I know
they're all about making a difference. They're about success. They're the real grind people, man.
They're not little grinders. They're big grinders.
They're big grinders.
They are, man.
And we're super excited to bring it on the show. We're gonna bring it on the stage. Anna, Valentina, Vitaly, Angelina, and Sawyer. Let's go. Comfortable. Let's have a sit, get comfortable. What's up?
Not much. How are you?
Pretty good, man. It's so great to see you guys. And we had before this, we had a little bit of a Zoom call so we can kind of, hey guys, let's get, hear you guys are all about. And I was just blown away. Italo after the call, I was like, oh my God, it was so good. I don't want to put anyone down, but you guys are being like a lot better than Italo.
What? Hey, I'm making coffee now, okay? It's better than video games.
I'm kidding. How many of you like coffee? Do you guys drink coffee? You like coffee? Yeah. Vitaly, have you had coffee before?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. So I'm going to ask real quick. So Vitaly, tell me, how old are you and what you want to be when you grow up?
I'm 8 years old, and I want to be a tennis player, a multifamily, a YouTuber, and yeah.
Let's go, man. That's awesome. How about you?
I'm Valentina, and I'm 13 years old. And when I grow up, I want to be an entrepreneur and have my own business.
That's awesome, man. What kind of business you want to have?
Well, I've been having this idea for a business. It's going to be called the Junk Gypsy. It's like wherever I go, I find amazing things, and I sell it on my business. And it's like a thrift store. It's like all things combined into one.
That's cool. That's really cool. What about you, Anna?
I'm Anna Soto. Whenever I grow up older, I want to become a tennis player, entrepreneur, possibly travel the world, all that jazz. Yeah.
That's cool. You play tennis now, right?
Yes.
I see you go to our competitions, the champions. We got champions here.
Yes.
Let's go. Sawyer, what about you?
Hi, I'm Sawyer. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I can't answer that question, but I'm open to everything now.
Let's go. Hey, that's totally cool. I didn't know what I want to do when I grow up. I still don't know what I want to do, man. Somebody told me multifamily is the way to go, but I'm still figuring it out. It's great. How about you?
I'm Angelo. I'm 19, and when I grow up, in a couple years, I hope to be a pediatrician and own my own hospital.
Yeah, own your own hospital. Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man. That's great. And guys, I'm super excited to have you guys out here. And so I have a couple questions. The reason we want to do this episode is just to hear from you guys, to inspire other kids, other people. When I was your age, I have no idea about anything that we do and what this podcast is all about, which is real estate investing and, coffee, of course, which you know is I love coffee. Ito and I and my dad and I, we have a little coffee farm in Brazil, and the coffee we're gonna try today is actually really cool. When it's coffee time, I'm gonna share with you guys this coffee story. It's awesome.
Exciting.
I've been to their farm, and it's like amazing people. So. And I want to hear from you guys in school, when you guys are high school, middle school. I know you're in college, but like, did you guys hear anything about financially, like investing, anything? So I want to hear from you guys. We could just open as a dialogue here. You guys just pitch in if you heard anything. And
I'm in high school right now, and I've had no classes on investing. Not anything where they tell you how to manage your money or any of that.
Yeah, so like for example, we are homeschooled, so we're kind of doing our own courses on investing and how to manage our money. But whenever I was in school, no, we didn't have any classes of that sort. And even my friends in high school, I talked to them and like, what is taxes? How do you manage your money? And all that type of stuff. So.
And I feel like they only teach you to like get a job, and they never teach you what to do with your money. They just like be like, okay, so once you get the money, you just go and spend it. They don't teach you how to invest your money. They just teach you to go and spend it.
right.
I only been in school for 1 year, so I don't really know.
But you guys have a rock star dad that he is a
Oh, yeah.
truly entrepreneur, and it's like that's an inspiration, And you guys homeschool by how long now?
3 years.
3 years. Cool. That's awesome, man.
Ever since I was like in kindergarten or second grade.
Yeah. You guys like it?
Well, at first we had sort of like a problem because we are very social, and it was just the social part, being around friends and stuff. But right now we're understanding, and we're getting pretty used to it, and we're starting to like it a lot more.
But do you actually feel privileged that you get exposed with, for example, your dad, which he is an entrepreneur, and seeing all his business and being close together, and then being part of all his ventures and his investments or businesses? You guys feel privileged?
Of course. I mean, like I'm an entrepreneur by nature. I love doing my own stuff. I like building, and I feel like my dad, he just encourages all the things we like to do. He's an entrepreneur, so seeing him do this, it's inspiring for us,
Okay, Sawyer, talk a little bit about the snow cone business.
Yes, so me and my sisters in 2021 bought a snow cone business called Shivers. And I can't take all the credit for it. We bought it from an alumni at my school.
All right.
But it is a trailer that we have a website, an Instagram page.
You have a trailer?
It's a trailer, and so we hook it up to our car. We're booked for events, and we go to the events and serve snow cones. And I mean, it's a great gig. You do it during the summer, and
snow cones are legit, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
they're
great.
good. You should try them sometime.
Yeah.
I'll try your coffee. You can try my snow cone.
There you go, man. I'll have to do. Hey, we gotta put some coffee flavor in the snow cone.
We had a coffee snow cone.
That wasn't very popular, I guess.
Most people did not choose it, but I liked it.
He's getting iced coffee now. Is getting
It was good,
popular.
yeah.
Iced coffee now is being
You can
very
add
popular.
some cream onto the top. It was really
Yeah.
good.
And Angelina, talk to me a little bit about like some of the flips that you were involved and some of that stuff.
So mostly I've been involved in single family investing. I don't have too much experience with multifamily investing just yet. But my mom has been very involved in fix and flips.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love being involved in that too. There's so many different pieces to it. You can be on this creative side and hold the vision for the entire picture, but then there's all this like nitty gritty logistic stuff too. So there's just a little bit for everybody, and
yeah, flips
a
is
lot
like,
of
man,
money
there's
to
a
be
lot
made there
yes,
too.
it is absolutely, and the flips are actually exciting because you get to see the cycle of the projects.
Yeah.
It's kind of fast paced.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And what do you guys understand about real estate, man? When you talk to you about Vitaly, real estate, what is real estate for you? Real estate investing.
Basically, my dad been talking about like you put money into like apartments and stuff, and then you like wait a long time, and then you get more money.
There we go, man. That's basically
Sums it up.
Very cool. What about for you guys?
Well, me and my sister, we've been going to these conferences for a while, and we're starting to get like the basics of real estate. So it's basically like investing into apartments or houses or just like a building that people live in or they work in, and you get the money out of it during a long time.
Yeah, it's just owning like a piece of land you can like build up, or just have like a existing property, and then you buy it. Sometimes you can flip it like what you're doing, and you just make money. Like in apartments, you have people that rent the apartments, or for houses, you have like one person that rent the houses, and then you just make money, and yeah.
Sorry, have you been on your father's apartments?
On any of them?
Yeah,
Or-
have you been like
Yeah.
in the property?
Yeah, I've gone to tour a lot of them with him, and he showed me what I'm supposed to, I don't know most of the stuff about it. I couldn't tell you how to buy an apartment, but I know that how beneficial it is to start young and start now with the market just going up right now.
All right. So I have a challenge. Who of you can tell me what is cap rates? If you all explain, I will gift you guys something.
So
If you don't know, that's okay.
okay, I think cap rate it's like a percentage, and the percentage it differs like throughout the year, and so cap rate over what is it? Cap rate equals value. What is it? Cap rate over.
You got this. You got this, Anna.
I need some help, but I'm an excellent note taker, but then when it comes to actually speaking it, I'm like, yeah. Do you know?
You know the song.
You got close. You got close. We get you another chance. But okay, so I have. Guess what time it is, guys?
Oh, coffee.
It's coffee time.
Coffee
I'm so excited.
All right.
It's coffee time.
It's coffee time, man.
All right, little side note in here, we did ask permission for the parents if they could have coffee. We did.
But we asked, and I was like, "Whoa, we drink coffee every day." And I was like, "Man."
I felt silly because they're like, of course we do.
Yeah, right. And it's like, dude, when I drink coffee when I was a kid, dude, I looked like one of those little bunnies. Like I would just get so hyper, and I couldn't.
Right.
I was shaking, and now it's like coffee doesn't do anything. The caffeine is just.
I can drink coffee and go straight to bed. That's usually me. Like coffee doesn't really affect me that much, but sometimes I wish it did, So, but today I want to have a fun experience with them, and it's gonna be, I think, the first time they're having special coffee. Is that right?
Yes.
So, basic knowledge of coffee. Do you guys know where coffee comes from?
I
Anything?
think it comes from a bean.
A bean.
Okay.
Okay.
It's what is coffee? Is coffee a vegetable? What is coffee?
A fruit.
Look at this guy. Man. You've been doing some studying coffee. I think he's a follower. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So coffee is a fruit, and on this special one in here has something that you guys probably never seen it before.
You want to pass around? Then
Yeah, absolutely.
It's in Portuguese, though.
It's
'cause
in
from
Portuguese,
Brazil.
and it's called bee honey in Portuguese. The reason why it's called bee honey is because this coffee is made with the honey process. So the honey process, it doesn't mean that it has honey on it or that bees actually touched it. But what they do, they get the coffee bean, they peel the outer layer, but they leave the pulp. So whenever the coffee is drying, that pulp and the coffee gets sticky. So all of them get really sticky to each other. They look like honeycomb in a way. Then they wash it off, and then they roast the coffee, and that's why it's called the honey process for the coffee.
So I want to talk a little bit about this farm, right? So this farm called Pé de Breu, it's actually where my parents live. It's a very small village in Brazil, and it's beautiful, man. They're 100% organic. For example, they have their coffee trees all planted, and in between they have like strawberries, they have bananas. So what happens is, the banana, for example, when they fall on the floor, on the ground, actually fuses in the soil and the minerals. So that makes a very, very nice, organic and fresh, and it's great. Those people are super humble, man. The husband plays the guitar, so every time you go there to do a little tour in their farm, they take you out and he plays a little guitar, you're sipping on a coffee. And they're a Christian family as well. And one thing, the most beautiful thing that they told me when I was there, that is that coffee brings people together. Have you guys heard this terminology sometimes? Hey, let's have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, you know. It's
Absolutely.
in my family, when I grow up and I wake up, I still can remember the smell. Sometimes, you know, a long time ago, you're gonna remember certain smells, and I remember the smell of coffee.
Absolutely.
Dude, you know, and that just for me, it brings me great memories of home.
I even like dozed off a little bit here as you're saying. I was like, man, I remember like growing up and just the smell, coffee in the morning, usually with like cornbread and something along those lines. But let's cut to the chase, man. Let's get to the fun part right now. Okay, so this is what I want y'all to do, okay? Give it a good smell. Now y'all can smell it. Good smell. So now when you drink it, you're gonna drink it the same way that your parents tell you not to drink on the dinner table. You're gonna slurp on Neander. Can you please give us an example?
Watch.
You need to drink it just like that, okay? And then hold it a little bit on your mouth, and then you're gonna swallow it.
Let it put on top of your tongue and let it go on the sides of your tongue and let it
sit in there for a little bit.
Just put in the mic.
I love you, Vitaly. You're my dude, man. You're my dude. So let's go down the path in here and let's ask, what do you think?
I like it a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What stands out for you?
It's got like a sweetness to it before you hit like the actual coffee taste. I really like that. I like the bitterness of coffee as it is, but like that layer before, I like that a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's different than a lot of the ones I've tried. This one has more bitterness, but it's smooth. It's really good.
Okay.
So I'm normally like not a coffee person, but after drinking this, I'm sorry, parents. I'm gonna be drinking coffee all the time now.
Yes.
It has like a little sweet taste, and I'm a sucker for honey. So this is awesome.
Me, you're the one that like tea, right?
Yeah. Yep. It has a bit of like a tea.
Is, yeah.
Like it tastes a little bit like tea too.
See, if you put it in the line, if there was transparent, you'll be able to see it. You know, it's lighter.
Looks like tea.
I obviously didn't like it. Obviously. That's why I finished the whole cup.
I can get you a little more in a little bit. If the parents allow to, right? It all depends. But Vitaly, what do you think, buddy?
Vitaly, did you spit it out?
I think he spit it out.
No.
It's bitter.
It's bitter, but is it good bitter, bad bitter? Do you like it? Do you don't? What's your score? Give me a score from 1 to 10.
Be honest.
Around 7.
Okay, 7 is different.
7.5.
7.5. Okay, so we're going up.
So it's definitely a hint of sugar on it. So if you know a little bit interesting fact of a coffee, when you picked up as a fruit on the tree, is actually when you pick the fruit and put it in your mouth, it's sweet. It's very sweet. But the thing is, you know, the seed, as you see in the coffee bean, right? The seed is very big and very little pulp on it. Versus, for example, a grape, which the seed is small and it's a lot of pulp. But it's actually the coffee as a fruit is sweeter than the grape.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know that. And it's very interesting. That's why, obviously, we roast to get a little bit, just like a dark chocolate, right? It's still like a little dark, but you still a little bit of hint of sweet. And that's how we should drink it. If it's that bitter, black coffee, over roasted, spit it out.
Just toss it.
Yes.
But man, I've been sitting over there preparing all coffee, and I've been so inspired by all 5 of you. And I want to keep hearing the stories. I want to hear more. So I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. But I'm probably gonna put that Nintendo Switch on eBay or something, start buying some books, because I need to catch up to
right?
Them, I have some more homework to do myself. And but yeah, very nice.
We got a hospital owner here, like an entrepreneur with the calm business.
Do we get a healthcare discount whenever you're
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Friends and family benefits, obviously.
Awesome. Just kidding. But once again, very nice meeting y'all. Keep inspiring a lot of people. I want to be on my Coffee Cove. Continue to be inspired. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey guys, real quick before we continue. So if you want to learn a little bit more how to get started and invest in real estate today, please go to their website, multifamilyempire.com. And if you also want to learn how to do the best cup of coffee in your own home, we're going to teach you a lot of tips and tricks. Go to multifamilyempire.com/the real grind. Let's get back to that interview. All right, so you know what the only bad part about the coffee time is because it's small. Like I'm saving mine, I'm sipping it slowly because I don't want it to end. You know, this is not coffee, it's water. Like Vitaly always, like when we start the show and he's brewing there, and I was like, oh my God, man, I had to wait all the time. But then by the end of the day today, I probably have a lot of coffee that I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
So great. I want to now ask you guys a little bit more in detail. So, but before we do it, I'm going to have one more chance for Anna to answer me what the cap rate is.
Okay, so this is what I have in my notes, mental notes and stuff. So it's NOI over cap rate equals property value. And NOI is net operating income. Cap rate, it's a percentage. I think if you like multiply property value times NOI, you get the cap rate.
Let's go! All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to gift you, we just launched this course. It's going to actually come out on the 15th. It's awesome, and we're going to gift it to you.
Awesome!
Wow.
Thank you. I'm excited. Yay.
You know, one thing about Anna, she's we have the opportunity of working together in a couple of events, actually. So I was the producer for Brad Sumrock events for many, many years, and she was one of the volunteers. And I remember this very vividly. Like we're behind stage and like doing all the stuff, and she has a radio, and I'm talking to everybody. Like we have like a lot of people back there talking, the media team and all that. And she's sitting behind. Okay, so when a projector screen, what the people in the audience see is actually a screen, but what we see back there is reversed. The left, it's like you gotta read, it's all backwards. And she's taking notes, she's looking at it, taking notes, and I'm looking at her, and I look at the screen, I was like, how the hell are you doing that? It was really cool. So I really appreciate that. You know, you're young, and you know, this desire of growth and learning stuff. So I appreciate that a lot. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so you know, I asked you guys earlier about schools and stuff like that. Do you guys think that we should be teaching there more in the schools about, you know, investing, about financially education? What do you guys think about that?
I think absolutely. I think it's a very important skill for everybody to know, kind of just where to put your money. Just like y'all said, you know, they teach you to get a job. Mm-hmm. They don't tell you what to do with the money. They say put it in the bank or something like that, which we all know isn't very helpful for you.
Right.
Learning how to make your money work for you is obviously much more beneficial for you, both in the short and the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're sent off to college with, they say get a job, and just looking at that, like, that's not sustainable for your future. And, I mean, you can just make money, but you have to spend it all on your college.
Yeah.
And that's not beneficial.
Like they said, like especially at like such a young age, they should tell people what to do with their money, because like everyone is what they learn is that they just go and spend their money. They don't know what to do with their money, and they see their friends doing something else, and they're like, okay, I'll just do that with my money. Mm-hmm. They never learn where to put their money. They just go and do that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, like for example, like my brother, he wants to go to the store and buy some toys with his money, but and my dad gives him two options. Would you rather spend your money on these toys, or would you like to invest in like one of my deals, or invest in gold or silver, or like, you know, use it better? And I totally agree. Like in schools, they just teach you go to school, go to college, get a job, and wait for retirement. And you need to, you know, you need to shape your own path. And that, I think they definitely need to teach you like how to invest, how to manage your money, and it's really important.
Legit. And when are you guys going to start investing? You guys, like, you don't have a goal of investment? Have you already got it started, a small portion? Are you going to? Anybody has any experience on anything?
Well, as soon as we can.
We're already, we have a little bit of money into some of our dad's apartment deals, so we have some money invested already.
That's cool, man. Can't wait for, you know, I'm going to do the same thing. I have two little kids, you know, one of them's 4 and the other one's 2. It'll be like when they start asking for money, would you like to invest? Oh, have this toy. That's super cool. You know, I wish that when I was your age, that, you know, I had, you know, being exposed to that kind of, you know, knowledge and stuff like that, you know, always same thing, you know, I was a musician and my dad is like, no, musician, it's not good. You got to be a doctor. which I didn't want to be a doctor, and I'm not a doctor, but like that was the role model, right? For you to be the perfect kid, you have to be studying for not, I know you being a doctor, which is
it's all
awesome.
good. I understand.
And being a doctor for me, it was like, oh my God, I'm not good with, that kind of studying too much. Like school for me was very hard because like I had good grades, but like I couldn't pay attention because I had ADD, and at the time that was not a thing, right? You just like when you couldn't concentrate or focus, like you're the worst kid there is in school, or you're bad, you're not paying attention, and all that follows you. But today there's a lot of treatments, and for that, it's a lot more specialized for that kind of things.
I have ADHD too, and it was hard for me to learn in school like that because there's only one way you learn. That's what it is in school.
Yeah.
But my dad, he's like, it's like a superpower. You got to embrace your ADHD. Because sometimes when I see something, I can focus on it. Sometimes it's hard for me to focus, you know? It's like a superpower because whenever I need to focus, it's like hyper-focus.
Hyper-focus and very like, yeah.
So it's like my dad teaches us that it's good, not bad. Because everyone else says it's bad, but it's not.
Right. At my time, it was bad. Like, hey, you're this kid, man, Neander. I remember my aunts, they'll be like, oh my God, Neander's impossible. Neander, he can just not stop and he can whatever. And I was like, you grew up with this stuff, you know what I mean? So definitely that's a good positive thing. Let's see. Okay, I have a tricky question for you guys. Because, we all about today, nowadays and age, like about social media, stuff, you know what I mean? We're all about technology. So I have a question for each one of you. What would you rather have? 100,000 followers on any platform you choose, or $100,000?
$100,000.
$100,000.
Easy.
Oh my gosh.
$100,000.
Yeah, so easy.
I don't even have social media.
I don't really I have social media. I've done social
That's
media
interesting.
marketing for my mom.
Yeah.
So like I'm very
And you don't
proficient in
think you
it.
could have monetized 100,000 followers?
I mean, I guess I could. Which I guess now that you're saying that would be a very good
think
long-term
correctly.
thing.
Like, think about if you have 100,000 followers. If 100,000 followers, let's say that obviously you could grow out of that, and that can turn into let's say $1. Somebody buy a pen for $1 each. Like it's the same thing. So would you guys leverage that, because that's important too in our future, right?
Well, the thing is, you never know if you're gonna get more followers and stuff, but with the $100,000, you can go and invest it, and get more money out of it. You're going to.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I would get the $100,000 and then I would use some of that money. And if I wanted to get more followers on social media or anything, I would use a little bit of the money to put into marketing and stuff like that. So
yeah, you look like you have a different opinion, Sawyer.
Well, you can look at both sides. You could get all of your 100,000 followers to donate $2, and that doubles
makes
it.
200,000.
But I mean,
today, especially now the businesses and the kind of stuff that we're doing, I see 100,000 followers organically, right? I see a very big asset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to be shallow in anything, posting stupid stuff, not that aside. I'm just trying to compare because, you guys are young and you guys growing, but that's going to be the future, right? Yeah. And that matters nowadays. There's people, they're playing video games and they're 14 years old making 6 figures.
Yeah.
Right? Making a lot of money, making more money than their parents, you know what I mean? And it's the new. So I'm not encouraging anyone or anything, but I'm just saying that's the norm. If I approach my dad, I say, Dad, did you believe that somebody's making $100,000 a year playing video games? He's like, what the hell is that?
It's crazy.
You wouldn't believe it. So interesting, man. I mean, I like to see that debate a little bit that we come to, So I think in my case, I would have taken the 100,000 followers.
Okay.
When you say it like that, it sounds better.
I mean, yeah, I like that idea. I still think that $100,000 is a more secure investment because once you have the followers, you need to keep up with them.
Yes.
And then you also need to grow them.
Right.
And with things like social media, you need to be very attentive to them because the second you fall off, they're gone. They're gone and it's very hard to get them back. With money, obviously the stock market and things like that change, but
absolutely.
It's a little bit more secure.
Yeah.
For your business, I think 100,000 followers is really helpful. But for personal issues, I would take the money.
Absolutely. It's because, there's also the effect of, some people now just getting so focused and caught up on that social media. And that is a bad thing too, which I see it. I saw this movie, this documentary called Social Dilemma. Is that the name of it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. It's like scary.
Yeah.
Right? So, guys, it was super, super, super awesome having this interview with you guys. I always wanted to do it as like, you guys actually inspire me to see my kids growing and, being here. And, I'm not going to be those kind of dads like you have to do what I do and stuff like that. Is everybody had their own choice, especially them. But, I hope they do, and they have some kind of type of interest that know what we're doing, and it's in you guys, knowing, and I know closely your families, your parents, and I admire them. They're good friends of mine. So this is the part that we're gonna do the spilling the beans with you guys. Let's go. All right, you guys are ready? Look at this music. It's like, all right, doing dishes for a week or mowing the lawn once?
Mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn.
Dishes.
That's funny, dude. I think I'll wash the dishes too, man. Especially in the summer. Imagine the summer. Maybe if I repeat this question, you might think twice. All right, Sesame Street or Dora the Explorer?
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer all the way.
Yeah,
All the way.
I grew up on Sesame Street.
I don't know which one.
TikTok and Instagram?
Instagram.
TikTok.
Instagram.
TikTok.
YouTube or Netflix?
YouTube.
I think YouTube. You learn more.
YouTube.
Netflix.
YouTube.
Okay, one's a tricky one, okay? 100% general partner, GP, on a 65-unit property, or 10% GP, general partner, on a 450-unit property. You want me to repeat the question?
Yes.
So 100% general partner. You guys know what GP is, the LPs is being majority of, right? GPs of a 65 units or GP of or 10% GP on a 450 units.
450 unit.
450 units, okay?
You don't have to do all the work.
I take the first one.
You take the first one?
No, the second one. The
Second one, you'll be ready to get just 10% out of 450 of 100% of a 65.
I don't want to do all the work.
All right, fair enough.
I'm gonna go with that because I don't want to do all the work.
You want to do the work?
I'm gonna follow my sisters.
Follow the sisters, man. That's good.
Get less percentage.
Employee or business owner?
Business owner.
Business owner all the way.
Business owner.
Business owner.
Let's go. And I had the last question, and you guys already answered, which I bought it earlier for 100,000 followers or 100K.
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 Money, yeah.
You go for $100,000.
I'm still thinking. Because you said 100 followers, because that's good.
100,000 followers.
But you would have to keep up with them, and if you stop doing a video
But
for
if you
one
play
day,
video games, man, you can get paid.
I think you could keep them in.
He does play a lot of video games.
a lot.
I want to be, if I'm a YouTuber, I want to be a gamer.
There you go.
There you go. 100,000 followers it is. That completes the bean. The spin of the beans with those awesome rock star people. Let's go. Guys, so I want you, each one of you, to, if you can say something for, usually when we do this segment and where adults is like, look into your younger self and what will you do different, talk to your younger self, give them an advice. But I want you guys to give advice for you in the future.
Oh. Okay. Well, I would tell myself to have confidence. You know what you know, and you know a lot. And don't let people tell you that you're too young or, you're not enough or you don't know anything. Just keep up with what you're doing, stick with your goals, and stay motivated. And you can do whatever you set your mind to.
That's awesome. I got goosebumps. That's powerful. Thank you for sharing.
I would say live without regrets and place your feet on what you trust in and what you believe.
Do everything with grit and perseverance, and just go full out. Have confidence. Listen to your parents because they know a lot, and right now I'm still trying to get used to that. But just stick with your gut, stick with your heart. Just follow your dreams, follow your heart, make it a reality.
Don't let anyone tell you can't do it, because you can do anything. You are so artistic. You have all these talents, and put them to use.
Keep making money.
Guys, thank you so much. Thanks for inspiring me today. All of you, very special and unique way. You guys are hopefully inspire other people that are watching this. And if you at home, if you're watching this, please go ahead and subscribe and like our post. And I forgot, how can people get in contact with you guys or your business if you want? There's going to be a link down below with all their profiles they choose to. Is their choice. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Let's say this is the real grind. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
This is the real grind.
Woo!
And as always, thank you so much for watching the Real Grind podcast. Aren't you inspired by those amazing kids? We are. And we're gonna keep pushing to have more content like this on the show. People that are gonna keep inspiring you, inspiring your kids, inspiring your family and friends. So stay tuned. If you wanna watch the episodes, YouTube, Facebook, if you wanna listen to it, go to your favorite podcast platform. As always,
Like us on social media. And this is the Real Grind.
Waking up to success. Now we're getting it started. This is the real grind. Everything you've been wanting, building an empire, no question. Talking about real estate, investing, making the millions, no stopping. While we sip on gourmet coffee. The real grind. This is the real grind. Let's go.